Hey everybody, Craig here, CLP Bushcraft. So if you saw the previous video where I made this primitive style trolling hook, I'm going to show you today how to use these two sticks to make this into a set hook using these sticks and a sapling. So stick with me and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is going to be a trigger, and what's going to happen is I'm going to take and sharpen this down into a point. This is going to get drove into the ground like so. Then this, I'm going to be carving out a notch where it'll meet up to this. We're going to tie the fishing line around this and onto the hook. And then this is going to be tied to a sapling. So once it pulls this from this is going to pull upward and it's going to set the hook. So anyway, it'll all make sense in just a little bit. First off, we got to carve these out like I need them. Okay, so now that I got these carved up, the longer piece, I just put a point on it where I could run it into the ground. This one, I carved out a little notch around where I could tie the line. This is going to be what's going to be tied to the sapling. And then I did just 7 notches where that it could lock together. And what's going to happen is I'm going to tie around here the fishing line that's going to have the hook attached. And when a fish bites it pulls this out and sets the hook. Okay, so here's my little elm sapling. You can see I got some bank line tied to it. Then wrapped around is this trigger here with a little 7-notch, upside down 7-notch. It goes down. Here is the other that I've got hammered into the ground. And then here is the fish hook tied to it. Focus. All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to take this, it's going to go down, and we're going to put it, lock it in here. I'm going to take a little bit of adjustment, and then whatever pulls the fish, or when the fish pulls, it traps the trigger, and it'll set the hook. All right. I'll do some adjustments and then I'll show it in action. Okay, so here it is all set up. And I'm gonna tell you now, it don't work normally 99% of the time, just the very first go. You've got to tweak and adjust and all that. So here's the little elm sapling. It's tied off at the end. It goes down to the trigger that you saw me make. Okay, then that goes down to the hook. So I'm going to set the camera up on tripod and pull the hook as if a fish was pulling on it and show you what happens. Okay, I'm gonna take this stick, and just like that, it went off. So it don't take a whole lot of pressure to make it go off. So if a fish was to bite it, now it's hung up in the tree. I have to get it down. But if a fish was to have bit that, then once it pulled the trigger mechanism, releasing it, it would have pulled the hook into the mouth, catching the fish. So that's the whole principle of it. Anyway, fun to play around with. Always remember your game laws and wherever you live though. I don't know, you know, some places might be different than others on setting up a set hook to catch fish. But give it a try. Till the next one. See you later.